Salute and thank you, Nerd Soul. Yeah, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta. Hold it down, bring it that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, man. Look, we having a good time. It's anime, and we have a special, announcement. I'm gonna throw it over to Coop. Coop Deville. What's up?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? This will also be on the Blurtish podcast. We took a little break. Just got back from Anime Conclave, and as y'all know, June is a special month for us. Me and Mark, we share our space with. We love sharing with our friends, but we always just got to acknowledge, hey, June is special because we've made 9 years as a podcasters, including 7 years as vendors. Mostly me. Mark makes his one annual appearance when he can. But he does. I guess that counts. But he pops up at least one event. So we just want to say thank y'all to whoever's been with us through all these iterations, through some of the dark times. A lot of the dark times y'all ain't never gonna hear on this pod. Not that we had dark times, just life. A lot of stuff goes on, and we used to do the pod. Shout out to always to Uppercuts. That's where we started. Just like they say, where is your church home? That is always going to be the home of Blurtish. Shout out to Mike T, who allowed us to use his space. That is the homie. And in addition to our anniversary, Mark's birthday was just this past weekend. Mine is coming up on the 22nd. Mike T birthday is coming up
soon. 23rd.
Shout out to Mark to the summer birthdays, y'all.
June is a month of celebration of our life and things that's going on. So, and also just a shout out, and also Anime Conclave, shout out to you all. It's good to see just the local New Orleans community, basically the MechaCon family. I know Ninja, she used to be up in that thing when MechaCon happened, but basically it's like, maybe MechaCon 2.0, but all the old timers who ran all the local cons. Appreciate y'all for the love that y'all giving the new generation that are starting their con, and they're there staffing, celebrate. I didn't even know that one of the founders, one of my customers, that was his granddaughter. So it is good to when you get to go to a con that really have the essence of the community, of your local community there, and that is a good feeling. So shout out to Ron, shout out to Lucy, appreciate y'all, and hopefully this is a con that grows and can stay local as it gets big, like how MechaCon did before. And shout out to MechaCon John, because he went over the whole history of MechaCon as one of the panels and just celebrating. And that's just going to always be like a legendary, nerdy New Orleans thing that people are always going to have good feelings about it to the end of time. So with that said, y'all, we gonna get started. So Mike is a little behind because of stuff going on.
Can I say thank you?
Jeez. My bad, bro. My bad, bro.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you know what? Let a naysayer know, man. Y'all, thank y'all. 9 years y'all have put up with me. Y'all have the patience.
Yeah.
And the patience of Job and the
I had to agree with him.
And the good taste. Of keeping me around. So
I was about to say something, but
you are all welcome.
This is how we have become definitely not as already we used to be. You left the joke wide open, but I am not gonna say it. But you probably know what I'm thinking, Mike.
With purity and piousness. I know not that which you speak of.
Oh, geez. Anyway,
wow.
I am the Lambo Maserati.
Oh, wow. He got extra Catholic with it.
Anyway. Oh, man. Oh, and shouts out to Ninja, up in here doing her thing. Ninja, say what's up.
Good morning, good evening, good night. It is Ninja Summer Cosplay coming to you live from Blurtish's Corner. Always happy to see y'all living the dream, doing the thing, doing the hard work. So congrats to y'all for yet another anniversary. Wishing y'all the best.
Appreciate it so much.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here shining. You know what I'm saying? Doing y'all thing.
So
living it up.
I guess we're waiting for Rachel, but I guess we're gonna start with something that I guess mostly everybody's been watching. Ninja, you still watching Lazarus?
Yeah, I just caught up. I think that was maybe Friday.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if there's something that came out since then, I think it was like episode 8 or something like that.
Yeah. It was the part where we got to know about Leland's backstory, and that was the last episode. We went to see his sister.
Oh, okay, okay. So we're getting like everybody's individual stories and stuff now. All right, cool.
So
Oh, well, I got a question for Ninja. Do you like it now? How you feeling, Ninja? Where we at?
I do feel like I'm. It's a little
Uh
bit of a slow burn, and there's like moments where I still see like I see like the spark of potential, but then I'm
hmm
like, okay, we're like 8 episodes in or so, and then I'm like, all right. But I will say maybe this one might be worth if anyone's on the fence, it might be worth watching and then binging. It might feel
Okay, okay.
it might hit a little better. I do appreciate seeing like getting some backstory and stuff of Christine and stuff like that. Some of it was a little short sighted because it's like, why do these people care to actually really save her? Because we didn't really see them bond, but at the same time, like it was nice seeing her story, like so, you take it for a grain of salt. The soundtrack is still really, really good. The only small note on the soundtrack is that I only noticed because it was like kind of a higher octane episode, is that
hmm
it's playing that cool Adult Swim lo-fi in the middle of the fight, and sometimes it's a little less like their punches are hitting softer because you're kind of vibing. It's kind of
artistic
like vibing,
smacking.
so it's a little odd, not
Yo,
necessarily bad,
man,
but
you gotta
odd.
have that beats
It's so
bumping,
funny.
man.
It would be
Yeah.
so funny if like in the middle of the fight, like they like hold up, man, and then they like just start vibing to the music because
Like, oh, you hear
they
that?
be jamming. You hear
You hear Kamazi? Dun, 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 dun.
that? To your point, Ninja, the music is wonderful. The last episode, I was listening. I said, "Dang man, what is this? Let me hold up. Let me go ahead and shazam this song so I can see what it is." And I added it to the repertoire, as it
I'll be
were.
Ah,
honest. I would love to buy this the what you call it
Soundtrack,
the
man. It's
score, the
yeah,
soundtrack
bro.
score. The score is woo.
Score.
Oh my God, Chef
Yeah.
Kiss to that score. The
Nazi
score.
Williams is
Look,
a
I'm
dog,
gonna just
man.
be honest. The score. Look. I do like the show. The score might be outshining the show. The
I think it
score
is.
make the show better. Just like I say, just the animation is so beautiful when they just sitting there, just screwing around, walking. Like, look, shouts out to the Order of Farmer King himself, but I don't mind them just walking, posing like they about to model, and the music is playing. I could watch 30 minutes of it, y'all. I'm easy. I'm sorry. I am
Oh
old
man.
school Adult Swim midnight guy. I don't mind this vibe on Saturday, considering
I,
everything
I
else that's going on in the
yeah,
world. I'll
I
take
have
it.
liked Lazarus from the beginning. I think it's cool.
So,
I love the score, bro. Like you say,
so
it's I literally catch myself like, wait,
I,
let me shazam that one so that
I
I can
will
add it to
again.
le répertoire.
If I had a
En français.
anime bar club, Lazarus is just on loop with the score. We
Uh,
don't even ask questions about what's going on. But to kind of dig into what's going
If
on,
if I was in Lazarus, if I was like a henchman in Lazarus, I don't
not
think
a
I'd
henchman.
mind getting my tail kicked uh to the syncopation. Cause
but
they be jamming. I'd be like, hey.
the last 3 episodes have been pretty cool. Like Ninja said, Christine's backstory, like it didn't go into ultra detail, but it was cool to find out that we still don't know her age. I know that's an inside joke, but we do know that we kind of knew she had a shady past because they kind of always alluded to it. Not that she was a spy, but she was good with her hands. She's a good shot. They
Mhm.
let you know that up front, so it's like, okay, this tracks, this makes sense. And just the brief interaction into her relationship with her handler. I forgot her name, but oh boy. But the animation of the second in charge, he was throwing her around It was rough, but man, it was like, all
He
right,
took
they
it like a G though.
the
She's some tough
budget.
cookies.
She
Yeah,
took
she
it
is tough.
and
She is,
just
man. She take a licking and
She actually was like giving female spike. She was actually kind of giving a little
she just
female
Okay.
like
spike that whole
she like, look,
episode.
I'm gonna die. I ain't gonna. She like, all right, look, bro, you gonna get it. You gonna get it. You go if you gonna break ribs. She wasn't even like she had broken ribs and stuff.
Dang.
But I'm like, damn, this chick is brawling.
Mm.
Like, but and oh boy, I was like, yeah, he got to get his comeuppance, and it happened. But I figured what was gonna happen because that's just now. This is where it's get to the Watanabe of it all. It's
Uh-oh.
like like oh, ex lover, and then y'all meet across paths again. Usually
That old flame.
somebody don't make it, and you just knew he was gonna pull the trigger. He was like, ah, yeah, all right, yeah, because it's not gonna be her, it's gonna be the handler, and she died in the arms and blah blah blah. But man, just with just the plan. But again, the episodes where they like work together, just the swimming, the plan coming together, Axel doing Axel things, Doug swimming and figuring stuff out, Leland even barely escaping, doing that. Even what's her name? Elena getting her little hero mode. She was hacking. I know she hacking, but everybody's cheering her
Can we
on.
briefly talk about like it's kind of skimmed over? Well, maybe they'll go back to it and visit it with his backstory.
Mhm.
And I don't know. This is kind of a big spoiler for Mike there, but like being a spy, a double agent,
Talking
really?
about, talking
yo.
about for
Like
Leland.
they
All
didn't
people.
hint, they didn't even remotely hint that that was going to be a thing. I was
Talking
Yeah.
about
like,
for Leland.
okay, well, what? But there was so much going on. They're like, we gotta get Christine. We'll circle back to this.
Yeah,
We're like, we can't do this right now.
that. Yeah, she's being a
Wow.
spy. Then the next episode where they had to find out that Leland was a spy for whatever the organization that runs it, because I knew he was kind of. I had an inkling that he was important, which we go get to even the next episode. I was like, okay, so she kind of knows Hirsch knows Leland. But what I do like, everybody confirmed what I thought about Leland. He's super scammy. That's just like he's super duper scammy. And even though they don't show it, like they had hints of it, but the fact that he got all these little costumes, even if he's out of whack, but he's like he ain't got no problem scamming and lying. It come naturally to him. But then
Mm.
to find out, I was like, but I like how Hearst played it. She like, I thought you about to rat me out, boy. And she punched him in the gut. She like, yeah. She's like, I'm glad I didn't have to kill you. And she like, he was like, are you joking? She just smiled at him like, uh-huh. Yeah. You lucky you ain't have to die. Like,
Wow.
oh yeah, that little beating. The problem though, the meeting kind of saved well on the surface, because this is where the politics kick in. So people are keeping track of what they are doing. The joke is kind of almost a tongue-in-cheek joke, because they're like, they really ask the question, are they good at their job? But y'all finding
Like, are they
stuff.
gonna succeed? Are they gonna make it?
They really kind of asked that, but then it was like, well, do we need to shut them down? It's like, hey, they did stop all these things. These other, like, they're not stopping Skinner, but all these other people kind of needed to go, and they have too many connections close to it. Like, even like with the cult thing, that really kind of needed to happen, and they needed to get this thing to find out more about Skinner, blah blah blah. So I know we're really down like the Alice in Wonderland of it all, and that's kind of what it. Now that I see what it is, it's just it's maybe about the journey. I don't know. But I just like that episode. The problem with that, the great thing about this episode is really going to come down to Axel, to spoil a little bit more. One of the people, one of the politicians or whatever, they really want to get rid of. They like, man, we are not feeling Lazarus. So he got like connections to get like a top-notch assassin. And like he had his like army guy was like, man, are you really good or whatever? He was like, oh, you need a test, huh? All right. And his handler like,
Yeah, dude.
they sent in his
Man, dude was cold, man.
they sent in his SWAT team to like apprehend or to kill the assassin in this room.
Yeah.
This is where the John Wick and the raid of it all happened. Oh boy, killed a whole military SWAT team.
Oh yeah, because
With
I'm watching the
kunais.
clip right now. This joint is
Kunais,
Pretty
knives, and wire, and hung them, killed them, or whatever. and his next target is
He
Axel.
disemboweled them and left them hanging
Bro.
like yo.
And he did it quietly. And he left one alive. And he said, "Oh, give me your phone." He's like, "Is this enough proof for you?" And the military dude was talking all that noise. I mean, he basically lost $20 million and he got his team killed. But he proved that he can, like, hey, I can handle myself. And it's just more and more pieces of unraveling.
He is so he's so adept at killing them. You know that when he goes after his target, he ain't gonna be no cakewalk.
Oh, so this is real. This is what I'm talking about. See,
this is what is building to that. So
this is what I'm talking about right here.
But then you got the
hold up. Did he just kick a knife into somebody's face? Oh my god,
he did a lot,
bro. That's what I'm talking about.
I was just like, oh my god.
He soccer kicked a knife across the hallway into somebody's head.
I'm gonna rewatch that episode just for that. But that episode, what I like is, again, with Watanabe, he don't have to stick with the main people to get like a full episode's worth. He'll just go follow like this spook who's a handler of this even crazier person from the politicians. Like, just the bulk of it was the politician, you could say the handler of the assassin, and just kind of following them around, and then everybody else's kind of background. It really was like a animation showcase, because it was one part where the handler's just walking, and the perspective of him coming into the camera, and crazy stuff is happening. Like I think it was like some type of riot or something. Dude
it was definitely a gunfight and police and all that, which I like to a degree.
Wonderful.
It went on about maybe 25 seconds too long, but like it was neat. Like, you could tell that there was definitely, like, we're introducing a character you need to pay attention to. Like,
yes,
it was definitely that.
If you're gonna waste time, this is how you waste time. Like, waste my time, because it's beautiful.
No, I won't say that much. If you're gonna waste my time, it needs to be still meaningful. We still would have got that if it was just a little shorter, because it went on just long enough where he was just walking, where I'm like, okay, this is not, like, it was getting a little film school just for a second. But it was still enough to see, like, okay, now that you've put this much onto this guy's introduction, let's see what he's got. But the scene with I can't think of the character's name, but who the handler basically enlists. Now that scene was a good fight scene.
Yeah, that there is making me anticipate when he meets Axel. But even before that, to get to the leading episode,
yeah, I mean, we know Axel got hands, but this dude here looked like he might have a little something for him.
We gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see.
And we find out Leland is a bastard son of an aristocrat. So he's actually rich.
Of course. The dude wears petticoats everywhere. Like,
well, no, I'm talking about Leland. Leland one with the regular coat. He ain't dressed up like that. Doug B just wear the petticoat like he in the Revolution. I'm talking about the little blonde white guy.
Oh yeah.
So he's, and they didn't go deep into it, but again, like, the voice acting, this is pretty much more of an animated soap opera at this point, because his sister was so dramatic. It was funny. He was like, "Hey, y'all two come with me," and they was like, Doug and Axel didn't even say nothing to, like, the sister didn't even acknowledge them. They was like they were watching the stage play between two people go at it. I mean, his sister, she slapped him, talking about, and she revealed all the exposition, like, but you still love your dad, even though, you think he didn't acknowledge you. He did care about you, even though we never met his mom, but he was the bastard child of the dad, who's very rich. And her dad left those antiquated rules where she needed to take up a male heir to be the head of the family. She's tired of it all. She's like, hey, all these male, like, I missed you. All the people that try to holler at me are just wanting my money. They were evil, full of it. So, they tell this story. We used to stories like this with aristocrats and stuff and all that. But she like, I really do love my brother. You just only come when you want to get something or a favor, and you out here scamming. And she said, you a scammer, You ain't good. You just in the foolishness. All right, yeah, she confirmed what I thought about him. But this was awesome though. It was just cool to see this and how it went about. And that just kind of laid more to like who is Leland. And it's like, okay, this kid was just never gonna be a straight walk a straight line. But maybe you need somebody like that, Lazarus. I think he could be a very, very future great scammer as he get older. If somebody survive, you can see maybe I can see where he can be in another Watanabe series if he was to live and to get older, because his life is kind of interesting. But of course this is all building towards Axel, and from what they revealed a little bit more about Axel and more about Skinner, that maybe he got the a prototype drug in prison or something. So it might be something with Axel's biology or something. I don't know. They kind of alluded to it. I got to rewatch it again. Hirsch probably definitely knows a little bit more than she's letting on. Hirsch and the bald-headed dude, who I think want to holler at Hirsch, who's like her boss or something. They cool, but they know a little bit more than they're not saying. But they also know they kind of need to maybe watch out for these people. And I guess, they needed Christine's a sharpshooter, Doug's smart. Doug is like them in the field, and Leland is just, that's their partner, but he's also a scam artist. Axel got all these other skills, and Elena is one of the greater hackers, even though she got to be able to beat Popcorn Lord or whatever her name is, a king, queen or something. And I think she's gonna make another appearance because her and Doug are gonna go see her to maybe help out with some information that they got from Skinner's doctor. So we met Skinner has a fake heart, and he learned how to hack his own heart so nobody can monitor him. It's like every time they get close, Skinner's already a step ahead. So it's like, it's not like they're not trying. I know the joke is, are they good at it? They kind of actually are for a team slapped together. It's just that Skinner is that much better or that much smarter. But he is the current Einstein of their generation.
Right. So, it's like trying to catch Moriarty, man.
or Carmen Sandiego. He's out there doing everything. Like, you can't. What can you do? Like, I mean, Doug is like, yes, we got another step, but Doug was like, man, I don't know. Like, Doug was almost at his wit's end until they got that to the doctor. Like, I can't do nothing with this. I need information so Elena can me and Elena can kind of process it. But they got to another step because I think what it is, the encryption, they got some tech that where if they can encrypt it, they can maybe refine the signal to maybe track Skinner's heart. So, and when we on like episode 9, 10, so that sounds about right. Like where it's getting down to like, all right, are they going to actually find out if this man is still alive? He might have been arrested. It's kind of they doing this smoke and mirror thing. Literally, he might be dead already, or he might be in jail, and they just didn't tell nobody.
Gotcha.
So we gonna see, but I think the next 2 episodes is going to be Axel's Mad Clown episodes where he gonna survive by the skin of his teeth, like when Spike barely got away from the Mad Clown. Because this dude here, I don't know how Axel get away from this. I mean, Axel cold, but this dude is cold. He gonna have to jump off all the buildings. Because I don't know how this
gonna make it work. He gonna make it work. He gonna make it work. I believe in him. Or man, so, I mean, well, I don't know. This is Watanabe. He might end up dead. I don't know.
I don't know. What you got? What you think, Ninja? What you think happens? Do you think Spike 2.0 1.5 winds up dead, or does he survive?
Not 1.5. Oh man, I don't know, man. Ninja, you still rocking with us? I see the picture, so I mean, maybe not. I don't know. She'll jump in later if she's still here. So, but I know we've been talking about this for a minute. Like we've been on this for a long time. All right, so what you got next?
I guess I'll speed this along. My hero the episodes in My Hero
Yeah.
are really. I'm gonna say this. I read the whole series. I know. I know I ain't trying to sound like a snob, but I couldn't put it down.
Oh,
This is the
boy.
part of it where it is going to get good, like really good. The ending of season 1 is gonna be phenomenal. Did y'all see the latest episode?
I ain't seen Jack.
Oh, wait, you ain't
Last
seen it.
episode I saw was
You saw the one with his mama, right?
no, I saw the last one I saw was the one with Ingenium.
Ah, well, yeah.
That's the last one I saw.
Well,
But that was a
more
good
of
one.
this, but you know, well, just to kind of go back, Koichi's mama came to visit, and he was lying like, I got a girlfriend. Makoto is still around, and she was trying to like, she was like, and her power. Guess what her quirk is? Her quirk is fly swatter. She can slap you from across the room. It's so he's
All right,
getting
now hold up.
the Asian tiger mom slaps.
That's hilarious.
So she's like, boy, quit lying. She's like, hey, no girl this pretty is interested in you.
Oh, that's
She like-
cold.
She like, you always show it off.
Even
she
your
was like,
mama said, "Oh, that's cold,
Bruh,
bro.
saw
That,
right
Yeah,
through
that's
her.
that ain't
cold,
right. Your
bro.
mama can't do you like that.
But she still said,
That's a
still,
foul
would
mama, boy.
would you be willing to marry my son anyway? But then they went on sightseeing and touring, and she was like, you know what? You ain't gotta marry my son. Just be my daughter anyway. And he was like, am I not still on the team? Like, you a free agent. She was like, I drop you. It was
Wow.
good. But and this is
Cold
where they
mama,
reveal.
boy.
The reveal is Koichi's quirk really isn't sliding glide. It's really he really can levitate. But
Oh,
he
wow.
was a See, he was-
hold up. We going somewhere now. Oh,
but see this is what happened.
yeah.
He was doing it in fact, he was doing it as a child unwillingly. He was just flying, floating away. His mom was so scared she would slap him with the quirk, so it put mental blocks on him. But the great thing about this episode, now they just this version of the creator of Vigilante, he just do whatever with quirks. So they had a quirk called Monster Cat. A cat literally jumped on the bus, took it over like he was a ghost. And of course, the bee lady put had like a little wasp on him, a bee on him to put the trigger in him. So it's a
Wow.
runaway monster. Runaway. Oh, all right. Shout out to
All right.
Ninja. She's out.
This is out.
Appreciate
This is
you
out.
coming by, talking
Cool. Peace out.
some
Peace.
Lazarus.
Peace.
So, runaway train, and then of course, Ingenium people, they good. They like, all right, they get everybody off to safety.
Cool.
Except the only person they don't get off is Makoto. They on the trip. So, and but Ingenium was running out of steam, so they was like, who has a mobility quirk? We got to get him fuel. So our boy, he kind of come in like Japanese Spider-Man because he got an All Might hoodie while they was on tour. So he slapped on the hoodie, and his mom almost talked him out of it, but he's like, "Mom,
I gotta do
I gotta do
what I gotta do.
She's like, you're an amateur, don't do this. She's like, this is the time for this. So
That's why I go to the pros, mama.
and he only had the thought to like, hey, I'm gonna get this fuel to Ingenium. And our boy, he'd be like, hey, bro, like what I like about him, he's realistic. He's like, I'm not a hero. He's the hero. At least I can get him the fuel because all of his other people can't get there. But Ingenium, he did a thing, but it was a Koichi moment. If I'm saying that right, Koichi. Sorry, I've been messing up. So he had to jump on the train, jump on the bus, and they had to do a tag team thing where he was gonna try to throw Makoto to him, but they missed, and then he went plus ultra and he flew for a little bit to save her. He can't do now at this point. They go back to it was heroic. It was very heroic.
Yo,
So
Very cool.
So she
my
knows
boy can fly.
So she
And
knows
he can
he's the crawler.
levitate. Oh, we on another level now. Let
So
me write
he's-
his powers. I got this.
So he starts to levitate like he can. So they show him in training. Yes, he go back in his training suit. He can levitate only a little bit, so he can't make it do a lot right now. But this is the beginning of like he still have. It's a strong quirk in a way. It's how you use it, but without blocks and stuff, he will be able to do more of it. So technically, his quirk, it's gonna always be called sliding glide because that's one cool. But it's really it's a repellent force field. that he can make move go to wrap or to repel. That's how it kind of works. So they basically, I don't know if this is the part of the manga. In fact, there's a part of the manga, if they do it, when he talks to Captain Celebrity, his quirk is flight, but it's kind of like telepathic, where he puts a shield around himself to make himself move, makes him stronger enough through the flight. And that's how he's gonna learn some things from Captain Celebrity. It's gonna be like a little throwaway line, but all of this is going to really matter all the way down through this. So as silly as Captain Celebrity and Makoto seem like, why are they there? They are important to this story. And it's still kind of dealing with the community, just they're gonna be in the neighborhood, but more stuff is going to happen. But we kind of chill with Knuckle Duster, and you kind of see his wife. She was a victim of the bee person. She survived, but she lost her eye. She just kind of rambling to herself. I know something I ain't gonna reveal anymore with that, but he's looking for the bee user, for he knows her personally, and he really wants to take it out on her. So that's his target.
Okay,
and he kind of so it's the end is really gonna be him getting to talk to the bee user or to punch her up, for reasons. But she's not even really. I mean, of course, she was fake going to that. Yeah, so. Even though our homie is still going to be the same, it's just the circumstances around him is going to be there. But I will say this. I'm going to spoil one little thing.
Hold up. You spoiling for the show or for the book?
I mean, it's going to be, well, I'll just say this. Enjoy, you're not going to see a lot of Knuckle Duster in season 2 for a while.
All right.
Okay. It's gonna focus more on Koichi and Pop, but it's gonna be Koichi's think of him graduated into his hero. He's still a vigilante. Everything that's happening and been set up is just gonna start multiplying more and more. But it's gonna get good, y'all. I really can't stress how good this is gonna turn out for the end of the season. So I think there's only 3 more episodes or 3 more weeks of this show. I've been loving it, y'all. It's been pleasantly surprised. I don't know if it's blown up on a major level. That's fine. I'm enjoying it. I hope people who have good taste will support this. But I don't think it's gonna last that long as a show. I think they can wrap it all up in maybe definitely 4 seasons and under. They'll be able to wrap this all up. Because the way it's moving. It's definitely moving at a faster pace, but it's only 100 and maybe under 150 chapters total. So it's not that long of a manga series for them to adapt, and they do about maybe 3 to 4 chapters each episode. So and they doing it smoothly, very smooth. But you're gonna like the episodes with his mom, and it just explains more about him. And it even she even said my son, he foolishly wanted to be a hero and all this. And he even was supposed to go take his test and he fell in the river. And you can see how Pop feels responsible for that. She's like, dang. And
the trip is, like I said, I did not know she was that much younger than him. Because I'm like, y'all rolling around you ain't. I mean, you rolling around like you an adult. You ain't got no parents, no nothing. But I forgot this every other show about preteen or teen kids, you'd be like, where y'all parents at?
Well,
who's paying the bills for the home that you live in?
Her mom is around.
How are you getting hot water?
Her dad, I don't think her dad is really around.
All right.
So it's
the way she's presented in the show is she's just chilling, hanging out, moving. We don't never get a line I gotta get home because my mama, she's like, oh, it's a school day tomorrow. We never hear none of that.
I mean, she kind of just
studies. They all just live in the streets.
Yeah.
She just studies at his house and then she performs and then she go home. So catch up on My Hero. You're gonna be pleasantly surprised.
All right.
Other stuff, of course. What else I've been watching?
Yeah, give me. Let's see what time. Give me 2 more anime. Give me 2 more that you got.
Because what I've been watching, I've been, oh man, my mind is slipping.
Have y'all
Uh,
seen any more of
I don't.
Gundam or Windbreaker? Or what's up with
Oh,
Fire
Windbreaker,
Force?
Windbreaker, Fire Force. I'm gonna talk about those two real quick because I haven't jumped back onto Be Hero. I've been Windbreaker. You know what? I know
Uh-oh,
Mark
uh-oh,
gave it a
uh-oh.
hard time before, but even Mark has come around. Windbreaker, whether I don't, it's good, y'all. It's just it fits. You know what? Like I said, I put it in that Saturday morning. But far as in the, even though it's a bunch of K-pop looking dudes, but it is hard. It is hard. This is why I love the liquid anime. You know, I'm not even like no, pro muscle bound man dude, whatever. But I love that these dudes are like, I'm fighting for my brothers. I
Yep.
love them. We're going to bash your head in, and this is our principles, and this is what we are, and this is where we stand. And either your wheels are gonna fight against mine, and we're gonna either come to understanding, or people gonna get laid out. Yo, but Sabaki, you know, however people perceive the character, I like the character. Sabaki is funny, and hey, maybe people may not understand the lifestyle. I
Hey,
don't,
hey, man,
but
you know what? Subaki,
but
the important thing about Subaki is Subaki got them hands.
Sabaki got the hands. But what I really like about Sabaki, because Sakura is taking a back seat this art. I
Oh,
like
okay, okay.
that. The new one of the villain. This poor kid who like in his backstory, like he's dead inside, man. He's like, man, all I
Dang.
worry about is eating, getting paid. But then they show like you talk about where the parents at. They ain't have nothing. You think Sakura got it bad. This dude, they like living on the streets. And they like splitting one cookie up like 12 ways.
Dang.
And he's
First,
like,
first, like everybody followed him because he took a cookie and he was like, look, this is simple. You just split it 6 ways. But then they took in more people. He's like, hey, it's still simple. You just split it 12 ways.
and
They
he
got to
just
a point they was splitting the cookie 20 ways. It's like, nah, we need more cookies.
so he start, and this is like, I love what Japanese creators actually ain't afraid to talk about socialism. Because how the back there, Naruto be like, well, it's your fault that you have such problems. Love Naruto, but Naruto be on there, pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
Uh-oh.
Nah, Windbreaker, like, look, bro, our world is cooked. Like, yo, I'm gonna have to go, like, oh boy, like, literally, we gonna have to commit crimes. Like, yo, let's go do this. So, like, let's group up. Like, hey, we starting a gang, a group today. This is what we gonna do. We gonna go sell ourselves to the highest bidder. If there's a gang war, we gonna go support both sides and get paid. We don't care. That's how we gonna roll. Is we gonna do it by sheer numbers. And look, I don't know who trained him, but that boy got hands too. But Sabaki was like, hey man, you do have something. He's like, you say you don't love anything. You love your guys that you're taking care of. And lo and behold, I like that they didn't solve it by Sabaki just knock him out. Sabaki like, yo, I'm sorry that I judged you because I know who made me feel more important and I know you're hurting inside. How can I help you? And he listened. They fought, but he's like, he bowed his head and he said, I am sorry. I was like, oh, I like this because he's not judging. He's not looking down on him. He's like, you need help and I want to help you. And it's like, yes, this is good. This is meat on the bones good. And they all worked it out. And Sakura
What's
get to
up?
be meathead Sakura, but everybody else is lifting the story.
Hold on. He's not just a meathead. He's learning this season. Like I said,
He's
first couple of
learning,
episodes,
but
he's gonna learn. He's gonna learn that, you know what I'm saying? You ain't on your own, man. You gotta do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? You got family.
all right, his first sorry, he learned, but I'm just saying, Sakura just still like, they even laughed at him. He's like, he even said, something, because the older dude who was in the other gang, like the people that was trying to protect for the girl, and he was like, Sakura's like, I hate what I hate. I hate seeing my guys drop, and I don't like that. I don't like that ish. I don't want to see nobody on my side drop. And they
Mm.
laughed at him, and he was like, you know what? Keep that feeling, bro. That's what you believe in. That's your beliefs. Then you
Yeah.
stick with that spirit. So
Everybody gotta be up.
soccer, like, I don't want, if you fight with me, I'm gonna kick everybody. Like, I want to be so good that you ain't gotta worry about it. Like, that's what builds me up. So soccer, and then, hey, we got another villain. Like, he even did a rooftop. He was like, I'm on the rooftop. Ha ha. He was like, y'all losers. Y'all ain't get the job done. Ain't nobody care about you. I don't know who this dude is. Sabaki supposedly know him, I think. But he like
well,
even worse.
he high school age and he covered in tattoos. Again, it don't have to make sense.
I don't know. Is he? I wonder if he's high school age. But maybe. But he's like ripped up too. I don't know who he is. He gonna introduce himself.
He looked like the Brawley of their world.
Yeah, he looked like he gonna be like you think instead of just he look like he ready to graduate into real hardcore Yakuza thugdom. Like he look like y'all playing games. I'm really about to be a lieutenant in somebody's. I'm ready to graduate to murder. That's what he looked like he's about to. So I don't think this is a guy you can like, hash out your feelings and talk with. I think you're gonna have to put him down. So that's the vibe I'm getting. Like,
okay.
ain't gonna be. This is gonna be Sakura's time to shine for that part. Like,
all right,
maybe he might,
be grateful.
Sakura wants it. This is the part where of the season where he wants it. But I dug this art of them just chilling outside of the school, outside of the uniforms, just with the three main characters, because it's gonna be Soul, Sakura, the other guy. And either you gonna always get the other people that's gonna come in and bash heads, like old boy who be wrestling. I mean, he almost killed I don't know how many people during the last arc.
He definitely killed. Like, man, you can't WWE slam people on like concrete, and like that's why they don't show them again.
Just what he did in the warehouse. He punched through wood, solid 2x4s. It was like, you know what? I'm sorry, I was being a little weak. Come at me. And he broke the wood. I'm like, what?
Like, I remember the first fight he was in where he like slammed some dude on like the concrete. I'm like, bruh, look. Like, I've seen that happen in real life. People don't get up, man. Like, people stay down.
Bruh. Yo, newsflash, folks. Anybody who like to wrestle and want to fight you barefoot with a little headband on, like it's a workout for him.
You don't want that.
Get away from him. Telling you. Hey, man, you look, bro. We from the South. There's some country dudes look like Jethro. Back in the day, there's probably a few that still exist. They're like, oh, we fighting? I'm gonna do everything, and I'm gonna throw you around. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna kick your eyes out. And if I can curb stomp you, I'm gonna curb stomp you. Stay away from those people.
Yeah, you just don't want that.
And he does it so gleefully. Like, imagine if he was actually evil. Like, so he's doing this like it's a wrestling match. It's like, I don't know, bro. That dude ain't getting up. That dude neck broke. But that's Windbreaker. Windbreaker, I still like it, man. Mark, where you standing with Windbreaker now?
Oh.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm still here with it. I'm still watching it. It y'all know it ain't my favorite anime, but at the same time, I'm not. I don't have anything bad to say. Like, I did not expect to like the Sabaki character, but the arc, but
it's good.
I kind of do. I like the villain. I hated the villain at first, but then
you feel bad for him.
He got some light in his eyes again, and he's a reformed citizen. He's trying to do it the right way. In the classic words of the poet, we fall down, we get up.
Mike, they even did the thing where he had his head pulled up in ponytail, and when his spirit was freed, the little tie around his ponytail pulled down, his hair flowed down. Yeah, they did that. And he's like, he's even like bowing his head.
He looked like, man, what Inosuke? with his hair down, with his
I
mask.
kind of want him to put the man bun back up. You know, like you gotta trim that up a little bit if you're gonna put it down, dog. Like you
He
gotta
looked like the elusive prince.
get your line fixed. Now, Elusive got his line together. Yeah, he got the bangs right. This dude here got the little cut not to be at the bangs. It look like he missing a piece. Like you gotta put that back up, dog. Cause he got the bold cut with the man into the man bun, and you got a lot of hair, but it's like a curtain that just falls down. So it's like, yeah, you gotta trim that, dog. If you gonna put that down, go and chop it. You know, you old enough.
That was a very stylish style for men in central, northern, central, northern, wherever they are.
Yeah, the other side of the street.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny after they all made up, but there's still people like look like they dead the street bloody.
Right.
Like maybe like
they
oh,
beat the hell out of these people. Like he ain't getting up.
He
They
said,
just
"I'm
gonna
sorry
leave him
for what I did to y'all street." But what was cool though, all the older gang was like, "All right, maybe y'all need some jobs." He's like, "I can't hire all of y'all right now, but you know what? We got jobs around here, bro. Come help us support some stuff, do something, whatever." I like the message. These poor, never doing well kids had to turn to crime, or they was gonna die and starve to death.
They don't have anything. And
Nothing.
what do? How do you fix the problem? You give them opportunities. Get your little socialism on.
Wow, thank you. Like, I mean, maybe somebody overseas they getting it, but I'm gonna say that's why I met with Windbreaker, Fire Force.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna try to speed this up. Fire Force is good, man. I really like what this is going to the horror show of it all, because I'm starting to wonder, the White Clad, do they care? I guess they don't care if they gonna die. They all for this cult crap. Like, man, what is wrong with y'all? But what's his name? Sinra's brother is waking up. The Dola leak reached him. He's like, I gotta really talk to my brother, see what it's about, because I don't know if I care about this anymore. Arthur episode was funny. Arthur's family ain't ish. I don't know what that was about. Arthur's crazy. I see why he has mental issues. He's good at what he does, but his family threw him away to go have another family and just left him be while they went underground and blah blah blah. So yeah, they're not good people. You know, I don't know what's wrong. They like terrible hippies that just left their son to go be stuck in a fantasy world, and that's how he coped. They didn't really say it's play for laughs, but it's kind of sad. It's like, yeah, I don't understand that, but you know, that creator is he's kind of out there at times. But so Arthur got another sword coming up. He's gonna beat somebody up. And then they need to get that brother help after they finish this up. I don't know. They need to give him some mental help and some therapy. And they need to arrest his family. But it's just like, why did you like what?
Not arrest his family.
They do. You watch the episode and you'll see like, why did y'all do this to Arthur?
He said arrest his family. Dang.
His dad is a bum with a capital B. Capital B. Him and his mama. It ain't just him, his mama. Like they went. He was the only. I think he had like a couple of siblings. Well, I think he had some other siblings, and they had some more kids. And they're like, "Oh, we didn't want to have more kids," and such. But then they had more kids, and it's like, what? I don't understand. But anyway, but yeah, they kind of Obi is working in the background to get some more allies. He's like, people still respect Obi, and people are having some sentiment about, they all gonna burn up, and like some people with sense like, yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling this great cataclysm thing. So, the god of destruction still don't care. He's still gambling. You're like, I don't care. Like, as soon as they come to my door, I'm gonna crush whoever. You're like, he just chill. Like, what's his name? Benny do not care about nothing but gambling.
Yo, shouts to Benny.
He know he gonna hurt somebody.
What? The Moon Samurai? What was he? The Moon Man? Whatever.
Moonlight to mask. Moonlight to mask.
They're like, is that you, Benny?
No, I am Moonlight. Captain Shimon. Shut up.
Like, you look kind of like Benny.
And they call that man by his full rank, Captain Shimon or something. Come on, bro. Like, stop it. Like, yeah, we gonna leave you. Let you be, bro. We already got what we want, Captain. Just to stop it. I'm shocked nobody's run to his city. I mean, well, I'm not shocked because what they gonna do by running to his city, but to get like he destroyed his own city for fun. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like you going to worry. He ain't worried about the city at all. He worried about
I
his
ain't tripping on
friends.
that.
Like, bruh. So they just like the 8th is good till they get this plan. The Obi is kind of getting some stuff together. Now and what's her name? Princess Habana. She's joined up with them and they're talking. So everybody's actually doing a thing where they're starting to share information. Like, unlike in some of the other shows where nobody don't know nothing until the last minute. They actually are sitting down and saying, hey, this is what I found. This is what's going on. And she went to go check on Iris, who, one of her sisters, her last remaining sister from the convent, be like, hey, are you all right? And technically, I didn't catch it at first, but Iris might be the last. I think she's the last pillar.
Oh.
So we don't know how she got ignition powers, but we know that they were being fed bugs in the convent, and they were, if you survived it. But unfortunately, all the other sisters might actually be stuck in some type of, quite frankly, purgatory by the sister who is from Adola. She's an old ancient being or whatever. And she's full of it. Like, she look all sweet and innocent. She is got hands. She vibrate like the Flash. You can't even touch her without almost your clothes exploding off of your hand or something. So I don't know how you deal with that. Like, Biddy will have to deal with her. Somebody or Shinra at a high level, nobody can't even touch her. So, that ain't, she is not something.
I will say one thing: the white clad, they definitely come correct. I haven't respected a team of bad guys as much since, I know people probably gonna be mad at this, but probably since the Naruto days. Probably, maybe since back then. Yeah, maybe since the Akatsuki, I haven't really respected a team of bad guys as much. The white clad, they
all cold, bro.
They like official, man.
But to be the most official people, but they purpose be stupid. Be like, our purpose is to commit suicide.
Yeah, because like I guess like, their purpose is just to destroy the earth, I guess.
Literally to burn.
I mean, at least Akatsuki just wanted to. At least that I can remember. Didn't they just want to control the earth?
Technically, they were all played for chumps by Madra.
Well, yeah,
and the white and the rabbit goddess to basically be food for her children.
Oh yeah.
And if you really want to go all the way with it,
yeah, because
even Madra got played.
Dang, yeah, you're right.
So
because I keep forgetting about those last couple fights.
Yeah.
I gotta watch those last 200 episodes, whatever.
Because basically,
because like the war battle. There's like so there's like the beginning war, then there's like Naruto shows up, then like there's like Sasuke shows up, then there's like the battle together. The final battle is literally like I feel like the final battle is like 3 seasons.
Let's just be honest. The war arc is a series unto itself.
Thank you.
It's a whole series because they had the war. Then they had the White Zetsu dream where they got trapped in the Great Tsukinaki or something.
Snap, you're right.
You had everybody dreaming, and then you had the whole philosophy of those 6 page. Did they show? They finally talked about how the sage of 6 page, the sage of 6 paths came to be, and his family because they're all from the moon, and he was like the good one.
Wow.
And that's how he passed out.
I forgot about the dream state.
The ninjutsu down to make he made the ninja world, like his family. And then
I probably do have to go back and watch that.
Naruto
it's been so long.
And Sasuke are the descendants of those 2 brothers. So technically, spiritually, way down the line, they're
wow. Oh man,
the Senju and the Uchiha are kind of like related, or they were always kind of like distant cousins spiritually way down the line. That's why they are like diametrically opposed. but the Senju always had the ability to kind of beat the Uchiha, but the Uchiha is cold. Like, so these two were kind of always spiritually linked to go down this path to either kill each other or to be brothers, and they did both. Almost did both. So.
Yeah, because they definitely they had their rocky patches.
So the way they did it was the smooth. I actually did like the Sage arc. That was an arc within an arc, and then you find out how the Queen Rabbit, the rabbit woman, came here and got married to a human, and she still killed her husband. That's when she got her powers kicked in. She's like, all right, I'm done with y'all. We're gonna make this grand tree because y'all try to kill me. I don't know why they see a Snow White person with no pigment, and they like, not that she's an albino, but like literally different. And they just like, oh yeah, she's fine. Like bro, I get it, she cute, but she like different. She ain't a human.
Oh man, never trust a big butt and a smile, man.
Man, big butt. She's a giantess. Or when her powers kicked in, she like 10 feet tall. But either way, her husband was stupid because I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're thinking, man. She gonna kill you, dog. Like, but but that was crazy with that. But all in all, yeah, just villains. The white class cold, but it's like, what if y'all got all this power to just want to make a great cataclysm and die? Unless some of y'all change y'all mind. Changes his mind. But
just the death cult.
Death cult, bro.
But I mean, the last episode I saw was the Moonlight Mass, so that's the last episode I saw. But so I'm glad that it's still good.
Still good, like, bro. It's like the Princess Habana going back to the Raffles monastery or whatever, orphanage, and then when she put 2 and 2 that they were creating the doppelgangers and the technology for the doppelgangers there, and they were feeding the sisters the bugs. Like, they made the bugs, or they made them grow the bugs. So because she was like, our names are flowers and bugs relate to flowers, and she just started putting 2 and 2 together, like, oh my god, we really was poisoned, and maybe the ones who, her and Iris, are the only ones who survived. And she didn't know the sister was walking around, and the sisters popped up, and you know how them demons are. They're like, hey, what's going on? Like, you alive? Yeah, you might not be for long, but I'm gonna tell you a little something. But it was just by, plot armor that they got out of there, because she really could have killed them all. The ones who came there, the 2 priests.
Oh yeah, when they were downstairs. Yeah. Okay.
Like, they weren't supposed to make it out, but she got called back to $1. And apparently $1 is not evil or something, but they like, hey man, the spirit was like, why are you doing this? And she like, you don't learn from 250 years ago. So she's at least that old. And she like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And the spirit like, all right, you've been warned. So that person faded away. So I don't know what's going on with $1, what they think is their god, or what they think they're doing, or why. Apparently, even the thing that they're worshiping may not want it.
Yeah,
or maybe I don't know.
I mean, look at what was it? Castlevania. Drota thought that the goddess that she was, worshiping wanted something, and she was like, "That's not what I wanted.
I just wanted you to worship me and be cool."
Yeah, like I didn't like. Yes, there is a side of me that like is a warring side, but this is not. You're taking this to a whole nother level.
Poison me with vampirism.
Yeah. So yeah,
she was like, you merged me with this disgusting creature,
this big face giantess murderer. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I actually do heal people, like, I fight, but golly, woman.
And shouts out to whatchamacallit's glow up in that episode, man. Look, like, yo, that show was dope. But anyway, look, I know we going long, but in fact, go wrap it up. We'll do final thoughts.
I guess I'll get on with my final thoughts. I saw Dan the Dan, the evil eye art. So I would say
that was actually available here, but just too busy to see it. But yeah.
So it's not that much I can spoil. I'm gonna just say this because you're not gonna go to the theater to see it, right?
I don't think I can now. I think it was only here for that weekend.
The good thing is, it's like it's
I'll
probably
see if it is.
Wednesday for us. I think here it
Mhm.
leaves this week. So,
All right.
but to answer your question, Mike, when we talk about it, they do take it serious. Like it is the show, but it's edited to be a feature.
Nice.
It
Nice.
is
That's
it
what I
is
like.
it is continuous, 90 minutes.
Ooh.
So
It says screenings are continuing until June 12th, so I could probably still see it, but I'm so busy in the next couple of days, I might actually be able to possibly see this. But all right, keep
yo,
going.
I just want to just look, y'all. Like this is how high the bar is for me. Now, the one knock, this is not even a knock. Is it as good as the first movie when we saw the premiere of, we didn't know what the hell Dan the Dan was when me and Mark saw it? No, it's not. And now only reason why it's not, because we know to expect the craziness and I'm up to date on the story, so I know it's happening. That's the only knock. As far as like just talking about scores, the score of this thing, you know how when you playing a video game and it's getting more action, like it's more intense and it's like you're getting better with your moves. Like shout out to Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and all that. Like when you're
Ah,
running towards a goal, that's how Dan to Dan feel watching it. Like they talked about it like this time that they had a little mini doc instead of the creator. You know, the creator's crazy. He liked to show an egg on his face. They had the directors this time. It's actually co-directed between a Japanese dude and a French dude who works with the show and all this. The
mhm.
French dude was kind of over the music and the color choices. So he talked about how he picked a real bright, evil-looking purple for the evil eye character to contrast against Okaroon's red and all that. Like, bro, this show it I saw it in English. Shout out to Okaran, voiced by a black voice actor. Um, it's good either which way if you watch it, dub, sub. This thing got high energy. When the stuff happens, like it'd be like a little comedy at first, but it's really like a train taking off, and it don't stop. Like it kind of it don't have no real lulls in it. Like even when they rest for a second, and that's kind of the joke with Momo and Ken, they don't really get to rest.
Nah.
Like the moment that they were like back to you, like, oh, you know, I actually do love you. Like, nah, something blows up and blah blah blah. Like, and that's kind of like even reading it. That is how it goes. No matter what it do, they'll progress their love story a little bit further. Then something happens, either a new alien or a new demon pop up, and then they got to deal with it because consequences are dire. Even with all the jokes and laughter, but it just like is like, you know, it's serious. GG, look, we don't like GG, but we do like GG. GG actually is a good dude. Like his backstory is kind of messed up. You know, they show what he got to do to save his parents. As you know, his parents tried to kill themselves.
Speak
That's
for
why.
yourself.
That's why.
I don't
Well,
like GG.
you
GG
gonna.
ain't, maybe I'll like him in the future.
I'll say
Right
this.
now, currently,
GG,
he could kick rocks with holes in his socks.
and this is what they did was cool. Like the part where where we left off, where they knocked the hole in the wall. The way
Mhm.
that they did the editing for this to cut it into a feature, they merged in basically a recap episode with Momo doing narration. So it's still coming from Momo's point of view. That smooths it out. There's like, oh, this is how things have been going with me and Ken. Life has been crazy since we both got these powers. So they kind of do these highlights, and then they start, instead of doing it one for one, they start kind of cutting in between to show the insanity of what's been going on. So it really, they know how to get the pacing right with this stuff. So even the narration recap part was interesting because how she's just telling these jokes and kind of like, yeah, this is crazy, my life right now. I like this boy and blah blah blah, but oh yeah, we had to, exercise a demon. Had to get rid of this. Blah blah blah. It's like now we got to do this ish, and then they kind of jump back into where they got to the city for GG. So they skipped the part where they was where GG introduced himself. So they go back into, they really land right where we left off, and then they kind of go back into like where GG and what's his name, were being kind of, playing soccer and stuff like that. And then they start doing more of what happened between that family. Y'all go see it, but it's good. Like, bro, it's shot out to, I don't know if GQuuuuuuX does the feature, but they own the theatrical rights.
Yeah.
Dan. Whoever is running this show on Dan, take notes, anime. If you're gonna have your show and movies be like 1-in-1, learn how to cut your feature. Learn how to cut a feature. They know how to cut a feature. Where I'm gonna be happy to rewatch this week to week. And they, of course, I appreciate this too. They don't give everything at the end of the arc. The end of the arc is saved for TV.
Okay.
They know what they doing. They cut it at 90 minutes. They be
Smart.
like, all right, see you for the rest of season 2, yada yada. And then they start talking about just like the work stuff they work on it. So it gives you a lot, but it keeps you wanting more. Like, yeah, you're gonna watch this the way we want to present it to you. Because I don't know if there's gonna be any original movies like My Hero with Dan. I don't think they're gonna do it. But ultimately, all they got to do is keep doing this. If they can keep introducing each arc with a cut feature that leads seamlessly into the show, back into the show, that is the show and from the manga, excellent. That is like the most efficient thing I've seen in a long time. And artistically done well. So, but that's my final thoughts. Again, shout out to that. I've been watching because that was just a great. I had to see it. Loser Ranger. It's better reading it. I'm gonna spoil it for you one day. Basically, Yellow. I've been saying Yellow is garbage. They got to the part where Yellow has admitted he's garbage. Can I spoil a little bit? Because you say you ain't gonna go back to it.
Yeah, I'm not going back. So you can tell me.
They are now fighting the people who are like protecting the monsters. They're turning themselves into monsters. Everybody, like, this world is nutty. And they kind of mention that, with that church that was like worshiping the monster.
Yeah.
So this is kind of more of the people. This is their arc, and they doing all type of ish. Everybody, the people who matter know that D is a monster. So it ain't like he's gonna power up, but he's gotten better with his fighting. But D is coming to realization, I hate the boss monsters, I hate the Ranger Force, I hate everybody. But he still kind of do care about the Rangers that were close to him. The girl that was on the team, she's actually she's actually half monster. She was a spy. Yellow hates everybody. He actually killed Red by accident, but Red is somehow still alive. I know how, but he doesn't know how, so that's a mystery. The public sentiment for the Rangers is in the toilet because the horse boss have made fools of them. Like, nobody even goes to the Sunday shows anymore.
Wow.
So yeah, it has fallen. The society has fallen to hell as of right now. We are at a part of this is all the lie has been exposed. I think it's still smoother in the book. I wish they could have done a little bit more nuance. I know they had to cut a little bit of corners. They didn't leave much out, but they didn't put the little bit of oomph that kind of goes into it.
Gotcha.
And I think that making the show suffer just a little bit. Like, I feel like they're gonna want to wrap this up soon. I don't know. Ultimately, it's better to read it, but I do appreciate seeing it being animated. But it ain't what it just say. It ain't got that oomph like how it was when it first started, and I can admit that. But I still think if you got time, go back to it just to see that. And also, the divine artifacts is, guess who's the divine artifact? The divine artifacts came from a person. I don't know why. Yes, the yellow cadet are the divine artifacts. That's how insane this show is. Like, nothing like how you thought it was gonna be straightforward part. No, this is sci-fi, horror, bizarreness, comedy, parody, out there-ness.
I think I left at the right time.
They created the monsters. The Ranger Fort Yellow created the monsters, I believe, or most of them. So all of this is cooked and manufactured. I got to go back to the story, but Yellow makes clones. Like, I'll just say this: Red is a clone.
Wow.
Because one of them, a couple of them died, but I think the one that was really crazy, he's still crazy. He killed somebody on TV when they was about to get Superman back, and he lost his mind and snapped on somebody and damn near beat somebody to death. So Red just couldn't help himself, and Yellow is kind of like really his puppet master. And when I got into the book, like they already just kind of discarded the one of the Red clones, and he's just like on the run, and he's just like, "Am I who? What's going on?" Like it's interesting, but it is not what you thought it was going to be. Straightforward. It is nothing straightforward. Everybody's terrible. D is the only person that I kind of feel D like, yeah, I'm gonna kill everybody. Like, you know what, D, you do it. I hope you win whatever you win. And all D is really like, man, y'all just gonna quit disrespecting me and my family, like me and the other fighters. Like, dang, y'all created us to be a joke. So I'm gonna ruin like whatever you want to be happy about. D like I will ruin that. It. That's all he wants to do. And I don't know. That's where we at with Loser Ranger. I'm gonna watch it. Actually, I need to go ahead and try to finish the story and just kind of be done with it.
Yeah. But anyway, go on. Like I don't know. I'm through with.
So I've said enough where you probably never going to go back.
You said enough. We can go and move on. We can get out of here. I don't want no more Loser Ranger. Nope.
Wow.
I'm good.
I have killed Loser Ranger.
We done.
But anyway, I'm Keith Cooper. You can find me at blurred.ish on IG. Keith Cooper on Facebook. You can go to the Blurs page. First, you can listen to this on Spotify and other platforms. And again, y'all, thank y'all for listening to this 9 years. We will have a guest come up in the future, but we do mostly anime, other stuff. We're gonna talk games with Mike and open mind because a lot of game stuff coming up, man.
Yeah,
this is the year of the ninja. Yo, catch me on Twitch. Now that my internet is about 80% reliable. When it's reliable, it's good. When it ain't, it ain't.
When it's reliable, it's reliable.
But I'm definitely gonna be getting to the trailers. I know I'm behind, but y'all can see what's going on from the year of the ninja with all the Ninja Gaiden games and Rage Bound and Shinobi and all this. We're gonna definitely be discussing a lot of beat 'em ups and stuff, and Marvel Cosmic. She-Hulk and Rocket Raccoon is coming, so they got 2 more reveals. So we got about 7 more people go for the rest of the slots, for the regular 15 slots. So they're gonna be doing that. And shout out to Scott Pilgrim Will Not Die from an anime. I don't like that movie, but thank God they're coming back with more of the original stuff from the creator and how he interpreted it. And they're gonna put the new game is gonna be after the anime or events that happen. I can't wait to get it. I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be like River City Ransom. It ain't gonna be linear progression. It's gonna be out there, just like how Scott Pilgrim should be when you go around Toronto beating up everybody. So,
oh boy,
can't wait. So that's where you find me, and I'm gonna pass the mic.
All right, cool, Dub.
That was the longest goodbye.
Final thoughts.
That could be a movie title. The longest goodbye.
Ain't it though?
Final thoughts, and where can they find you?
Y'all, I'm watching Windbreaker.
You're fair now.
And it's not killing me. I like Lazarus still, and it's not killing me. I don't know what y'all on. Y'all on some other time as me, but that is fine. I put on la premiere episode of Moonrise. Okay. Man, it's hard body, man. It's like, I don't know, they're kind of like a mix of like Gotcha Man and they all throw hands. It's like Windbreaker in space with cool outfits. They got one cat, he got like a dial H for hero type power setting. It's all visually pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You showed me the black doctor on there she throw hands.
Word? Got a black doctor? All right, cool.
Big brolic. chick who she a doctor, but
All right,
And
shouts to
she
Black
grow
Doctor.
heads.
you don't want her to serve
She
you
is
up.
Doctor Not Feel Good. So yeah, check out
Dr.
Moonrise.
Payne.
Yeah, and Mike, we haven't even. Maybe we'll have to get on it. That Predator Killer of Killers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, when y'all see
that's
it, let me
come
know what
out.
y'all think. We can talk about that.
Yeah, I do want to see it.
Yeah, man. So, I'm Mark Wallace in the streets. I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Dub 44 in places that shall not be named, but they still matter. Y'all do the damn.
Oh man. All right, word. Well, I guess on my end, final thoughts, man. Look at how good we got it. All right, look. Dan to Dan is an actual feature. Well, feature-ish because it's on the show too, but they dropping features. It's available. You got anime at home. I don't know. However you see this, however you see it, I ain't got nothing to say. And we also got other folks like that aren't traditional anime stuff making animated content like Predator. So it's like, look, we good right now, y'all. I be trying to tell y'all all the time we good. Plus on the game side, we'll talk about games later. Look, Coop and I will talk about games, but look, we good. All right, stop. Look, ain't no need for hateration or holleration.
It's on fire right now.
So and we got like what we got Kaiju number 8 coming back and stuff, bro. Look, we chilling.
We gonna have this. Now we gonna have the summer preview.
So we good.
I just gotta say this one thing. A little bit of hate.
No hateration.
One hate. Solo Leveling didn't deserve all the awards. That's all we gonna say.
See, I didn't actually think so. I don't know if they won.
I wholeheartedly agree, Coop. I was like, for real.
I understand why
That's
it
how y'all
won,
feel.
and that ain't me hating the show, but the youth, and y'all try some new anime, please. Please look into some diversification of your protagonist. But I get it. He's the big dog show.
Put your shutting up and put a shirt on, at least a button up.
But the truth is, it's the big dog show. It's a popularity contest. The way that the system people talk on it. Now, I don't agree with all the snobbish ways some of the people out there, but we kind of agree. We kind of came to the same conclusion. Just wish they could have gave a little more love to other people. I mean, shout out to Dan to Dan winning score and best song and all that.
Yeah, and but Dan to Dan should have won many more awards.
Oh, and our homies won for Ninja Common we won for. I think they won for best original song. And Dan to Dan won 2 other music. People were pissed about that. Baby, I'm sorry. That was a good rock song. That's a song that make
man. Look,
I make you pay.
I got it on my playlist. I got it on my playlist.
I love that record, boy.
Pay.
And I know, look, y'all. Sometimes it's okay that even though I'm contradicting myself, it's okay if something that's mainstream kind of win.
Let it win, man.
For Solo Leveling, they need to win all the way.
Yo, let Solo Leveling win. Let them eat cake. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Look,
it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. There's so much anime out there for you. If your weird little anime didn't win, you still can enjoy it.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like
my weird little anime didn't win though. Shoot.
Did Windbreaker win something? I don't know. It was nominated. Look,
I know one thing. Daima shouldn't have won nothing. Hopefully, they didn't win nothing.
No.
All right, good.
Daima was nominated once. They was like, get this out of here.
Anyway, all right, y'all. NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Till next time, it's us to you saying peace.
Peace.